All I hear is talking, I don't sweat that. If they don't trust me either, I respect that. But she be down the ride, oh I bet that.
The fruit of everything good in life begins with a challenge. There's nothing easy in life.
But most people are lazy, and they're looking for an easy way. They're looking for a shortcut to be successful, and there aren't any.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is JH. How y'all doing, Postal family? Is everybody good? Is everybody cool? Everybody clean? Are you crisp? Are you feeling irie today? Let's talk. Emails. I love them, but I hate them at the same time. I can't keep up with them. Thank you, Eli, for passing out my email. I started to get overwhelmed. Listen, I think I made a video about this probably over a year and a half ago about managers being predators over new employees and sleeping with the employees or being really egregious to the employees. And I also made a video in regards to employees sleeping their way to the top. Somebody emailed me in regards to this, and they're going through some trauma. And I don't pick at anybody, just so you guys know. I don't pick at anybody, but I need everybody to know that unless we expose this, and I need you to understand that, don't watch me if you're not ready to expose this. This is going to be one of those videos that may be uncomfortable for some, but just understand the OIG, they read these comments, and maybe it's time to start putting things on Front Street. Let's talk about it. The USPS is supposed to deliver mail, right? Not trauma. But right now, managers are trading the promotions, days off, and the best routes for a little bit of that schmooshy, a little bit of that goody, a little bit of that woo. And they're targeting some of the newer hires that really don't know better. Some people wonder how this person just stepped in 6-7 months ago and made their way up to 204B. Now, I'm not saying this is all the time, but this stuff does happen. And what we do here is we try to make sure we bring it to the forefront for the new people, just for the new people. Now, they're targeting the new hires that don't know better. And then the new hires think that they can play the game and win. But here's the spoiler. You won't win. And today I'm going to expose the nasty culture. And hopefully you all help me try to end this. Let's talk. This is how it works. A manager takes interest in you. Now, you notice I'm not just saying men stalking women, because it goes both ways. Let's talk about it, baby. Let's talk about it. Suddenly, you're getting overtime promotions, but it's only to keep that specific person happy. And what happens the moment you refuse? Retaliation. Hours get cut. Now, again, we're talking about some of the new people, so they don't have set schedules. Then you might get some bad performance reviews as well. Meanwhile, the employees are volunteering for this mess. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You think you're slick, but guess what? Everybody knows this doesn't just go on at the stations. This definitely goes on at the plants. Let's talk about it. Yeah, because you know there's a bunch of gossip that goes on, regardless of how much we say no. This is a postal community, a postal family. There's gonna be people gossiping about each other. But here's why playing the game is a loser's move. To the chosen ones that are smirking right now, you're not winning. You think that a little 204B title or a supervisor title makes you a leader. No, just makes you a boss. We spoke about that the other day. Your coworkers laugh at you when you walk away. They talk tissue behind your back. They know you didn't earn that spot. And when management gets bored of you, you back to the workroom floor. with a reputation. A reputation. It's all over. I thought it was just in my plant, but no. The emails, I keep telling y'all, the emails. And the one thing about the emails is great to pass me the information, but the right people need to know. So get ready to start putting your comments in, buddies, sisters, brothers. But here's the thing. You are helping the predators. Every time you go and you say yes to whatever their proposition are, you make it hard for the real victims to speak up. Congratulations. You are the reason that the corruption keeps spreading. Now, again, I don't want to tell people who or what, but I received an email and one of these managers kept getting away with it. I guess he was a handsome dude and he was sleeping with people and he put people up at 204B. And then one lady, she noticed the pattern and she refused. And y'all know how that story ends. But here's the thing. Y'all need to know how to fight back. You need to know how to fight back. You need to document everything. You need to document with text, emails, anything that you know of. You need to save them. They offer you some perks or some favors or some days off. Now, I already spoke about recording. It is not necessarily permitted without permission. But if it's a legal issue, then you might be able to get away with it. If you can't do that or you don't feel well with doing that, speak to a coworker immediately. Document the day and time that you spoke to your coworker because you may need it later. Number 2, report their ass. There's a USPS ethics hotline, but they're trash. They protect management. You really want to go nuclear, you need to go to the EEOC. It's EEOC.gov. You need to file a sexual harassment charge. You can go to the OIG hotline. That's 1-888-877-7644. Report bribery and corruption. That's what the Office of Internal Investigation does. That's it. Your union demand a steward in every single meeting. And if they're useless, you call them out and then you go above them. You already know you can go above your shop stewards. You can go above your union, your local unions. You need to call the people above them. And if that doesn't work, see, we covering all the damn bases because everybody said, well, I tried this, I tried that. Leak it. Humiliate them. Post it anonymously. There's Reddit, TikTok, Twitter, all these other groups that y'all post stuff on. Go to it. Find a local journalist that wants to talk about corruption in specific areas. You can do that. You could send tips to them and say, hey, look, man, this is the person. And then it's embarrassing. It becomes a publicity thing. If nobody else listens, that's what you got to do. You need to write it. Sometimes you can do stuff anonymously. You can say, hey, USPS managers in this city trade promotions for sex. Whatever you need to do. And if you post it, make sure you put down at the end of it, repost this if you've seen this message. Yeah, this is what we're going to do, buddy. You can actually sue them. The EEO gives you a right to sue letter. Once you get a right to sue letter, you can take them to court. Demand your missed promotions, your back pay, and punishment money. It's a long, drawn-out process, and it's unfortunately, but I said we can't look back. We have to look forward. I just made that message yesterday. We got to look forward. Got to look forward. Here's your 4th thing you need to do. It's time to burn it down. You need to put some of those names and the stations in the comments now. The OIG watches these videos. So if you know a predator or a volunteer who slept their way up to the top. Drop their name in the station below. If you have proof, keep it for yourself, because I'm telling you, the OIG watches these videos, and all we trying to do is just change this culture. And if this is the only way, let's give them some work to do. No more hiding, no more fear. This is time to change the culture, yo. I can't. We got to end it. We got to end it. And I say we, all of us got to end it. The USPS is supposed to run on respect, dignity, pride. But if you have slept your way up to the top, you traded your dignity for a promotion. That's disgusting. You lose both. You lose your dignity and your pride just for a little bit of money. Real workers stand together, not on their backs. No. Now, does this mean that every single person has done this? Absolutely not. If you feel like they did it without proof, don't waste your time commenting. What you need to do is you need to figure out a way to help change this culture. False accusations are hard, and they hurt people's reputations. So just because a supervisor or manager doesn't like you, remember, there's no such thing as the feelings police. Let's get off of that. But if you know that there is one that is a predator that targets, let's handle this. If you know that people have been moved from one station to another because of EEO charges in regards to sexual harassment on a consistent basis, then you need to expose it. You need to. You need to go to the ethics hotline and start there, but you already know that you can't get too far with them. But the EEO, you have a deadline of 180 days, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody correct me. But with the APWU and the NALC and the rural carriers and the mail handlers, every single time you deal with somebody that you feel uncomfortable with in any setting, whether it's just a verbal talk or whatever, a conversation, you need to have a steward present. I'm telling you, you deserve punitive damage if nobody that you reached out to has done anything to help you. Things don't happen overnight. Just remember that. Sometimes it's 4 months, 6 months, 8 months, a year. But the only people, and I hate to say it because I don't want to sound like I kiss anybody's ass, but the only people that really do investigate is the OIG and the inspectors. But they work from the outside in. OIG is internal. They do a damn good job. It takes them a while, but they usually go with the lock and key case before they go and do anything. And once they get involved, there's an issue. And if you feel like, suing somebody is too much, you can try to use a transfer. Transfers only work in conjunction with every other step before that. And then if they don't allow you to transfer, make sure you get writing as to why they won't allow it. See, the people that are predators believe you will stay quiet. You need to prove them wrong. If you've seen this happen, you need to leak it. You need to fight it. You need to document it. You need to share this with the person that you know has been targeted. Because reality is, we are all equal. Just because you're at a higher level does not make you better than me. My check comes from the same exact place that theirs does. Also, if you feel like you're going to sleep your way to the top, it's embarrassing because gossip, which is just what it is, gossip spreads fast. But usually what happens is that person will mention it just to one person, or the predator will mention it to somebody, and it always gets out. It never fails. Always gets out. And if you tell one, everybody knows. And if you feel like you're on the workroom floor as a supervisor and they're not respecting you, and you got this cocky, arrogant attitude, and you think you the shit and you can just go fuck anywhere, listen, people already know you. And if you're not getting the respect, it's because of that. In order to gain respect, you have to earn respect. And nobody's going to respect somebody that laid down to get a position or bullied somebody else on a consistent basis. You need to expose this. This is a very touchy video. You need to expose it. And just to be clear, allegations are serious when you put a name down there. If it was you that went through it, I'm sure that the Postal Service will find you or reach out if there's a way. But if you all want to help change this and you want to put an end to it, it's time for your voices to be heard. I claim that I'm the voice of the voiceless. All I do is have a platform and share information. And I really, it bothers me because I can only do so much from my end, except for talk about it. And then everybody, oh yeah, I know this, I know that. So many videos that are like that. But unless y'all start doing something from your end, this is just another video. And I'm just a truck driver. You see me? Please, in the comments, put them on blast. Put them on blast. I have a couple of friends that are OIG, and I may share the video with them. I can't say that they'll handle your stuff right away, but I do know that they look at every allegation and they see the, the level of seriousness behind them. They work in their own strategy, in their own way. And a lot of this I got from, my uncle. My uncle's a police officer in New York, and he kind of gave me some, pointers on how to deliver this message and not get myself in trouble. But hence the reason that there's information in that title. Listen, uncomfortable video for me to make, but it had to be said. All right, this is JH. Have yourself a good rest of your day. I'm out.